Sup, Nerdmigos? I'm the Jive Talking Nerd, John Norgrove. We've got Wife here. We're here for another review, Jive. This time, it's a Hulu movie. It's Ghost Team, which is really just one of those on-the-nose titles. It's a team about
they
people
actually,
hunting
like,
ghosts.
say it in the movie, too.
Well,
they do the thing, and we're like, they said it!
The ghost hunting group in the movie is called something else.
Yes, but the ghost hunting group that our characters call themselves.
They call themselves the Ghost Team. Yeah. So this is a 2016 movie. Let me read you the thing. We'll tell you who's starring in it, and then we'll talk to you about this movie. Okay, so the thing. An amateur ghost hunter, Jon Heder, recruits his best friend, David Krumholtz, his misfit nephew, Paul W. Downs, a beautician, Melanie Diaz, and a security guard, Justin Long. And a medium to investigate... They don't even name the medium. And a medium to investigate suspicious activity at a creepy farm. That's exactly what happens in the movie.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens.
Let me tell you what. It's only recently that movie descriptions stop making sense. Fucking Netflix.
But, like, we've seen some older movies where the descriptions don't make sense, too.
Yeah.
So, that's not...
I guess.
I don't know that that's a recent thing. That's probably
I think it's a newer movie thing. I blame Netflix for it.
No,
in fact, it's probably specifically movies Netflix has the thing for.
Maybe.
They probably have a character limit, so they have to rewrite the descriptions, or...
Oh, maybe.
Or some, like, description department head who's just like... My descriptions are the best descriptions! Ha 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 ha! You know, like Skeletor style. Fucking king of the universe, motherfucker. You know the kind of people I'm talking about. So, this is starring Jon Heder, Justin Long, David Krumholtz, Amy Sedaris, who plays the...
medium.
The medium.
Yeah.
Paul W. Downs, Melanie Diaz, and then Tom Schiller plays the old man.
Yeah.
And, okay. So, this movie is essentially like... The first third of the movie is, hey, these people are super boring and sad and not happy in their lives and everything's shitty. Look how shitty their fucking shitty lives are. And it's not like you're getting yelled at by your husband, or like you're getting beat up on, or whatever, or even honestly even fucking picked on. Right? They portray these characters, especially the main character, which is Jon Heder's character, Lewis.
They're really getting some, like, Dawn of the Dead, or not Dawn of the Dead, like, Shaun of the Dead kind of vibes, like, when they're talking about, like, where they work and how they feel about it, and they're very, like, disaffected and, like, this sucks, but this is what I do, kind of a thing.
Yeah, it's
but
just,
overall,
it's the beginning of any... I mean, because when you think about it, it's Shaun of the Dead, it's MK Ultra, it's
that millennial
what's his name versus the world?
Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim versus the world.
Yeah.
Right. So it's the 20-somethings or maybe 30-somethings, like millennial who's disaffected in his job and isn't happy and you know doesn't know what to do because he's trapped in this unhappy place, and then they need to and then the movie provides them with the escape for this via whatever happens.
So they're trying to...
We're getting blinked at. We'll be back. We're back. I had to change the battery on my camera. It goes from there's only 3 bars. And it goes from 3 bars to it's flashing red at you and it's dying, like...
There's no middle ground.
Instantly. And so I'm just like, I'm not going to risk us having to stop in the middle of a sentence and catch up where we're going. It's not worth the thing. Fucking continue.
So the whole premise of the movie is that the main character, played by Jon Heder, wants to be a part of this reality show, kind of paranormal ghost hunters TV show. One of the people left, so they're taking like video auditions for the empty spot, and that's kind of the impetus that keeps us going here.
And it's making fun of the I don't know what the real life TV show is called Ghost Hunters or whatever, but it's very making fun of that. Like there's only a couple of scenes where they show the in-universe Ghost Hunters show, and it is fucking crazy town.
Yeah. So he has to put together like an audition tape basically to, you know, like be a part of this, and rather than just doing like a one tape of him seeing spoopy stuff, he decides to recruit a whole team. So he gets his roommate whose ex-girlfriend was abducted by aliens.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
Name the other people.
A medium who isn't really like a medium. And it's hilarious because no one else sees it but you as the audience.
And the roommate.
Oh, and the roommate.
The roommate is constantly just like, oh, really? Is that what she's saying?
Yeah.
But because he's so sad. Also, roommate
all the time.
is a very affectionate way of saying a dude who he was friends with who tried to break into his house, who now just lives with him. Yeah. Right? So it's like a so B&E.
With a relationship. But, it's like a B&E with benefits.
Yeah, so it's like a B&E with benefits, really.
He also recruits the girl that works next door to him, because this guy has a day job. He works at a copy center. He owns a copy center.
That's about the size of our fucking kitchen, so, it's like 12 by 12.
So he also invites the girl who works next door at the nail salon, as well as his nephew, who's basically the same age as him, and a security guard for the mall that the nephew works in. The nephew works at like Radio Shack, mini Best Buy kind of
in-universe equivalent of Best Buy.
Yeah, kind of like electronics store. And together they all fulfill certain categories of people that you need to have in these ghost hunter shows. And they find out about this creepy location, this creepy barn that this old guy has, who he's like, oh, I need copies made to say no trespassing, and the guy's like, why? And then he just like, there's this scene where Jon Heder is listening to this old man talk about why he needs copies. I used to actually work in a copy center, and for most of my life I've worked directly in front, face to face with people in customer service, and even now I still do customer service, but it's an awful different
job. People are the fucking worst.
And this scene where Jon Heder is like, oh, what are you doing? Is like a rapport building thing, and usually you don't care and you don't really want to hear more than a little bit unless it's really interesting, and then you ask additional questions, right? But this old man drones on and on and on, and you see Jon Heder just kind of like go, and like even the sound design on this scene is perfect because it kind of like phases out and like gets quiet and then comes back as he joins the conversation, and then back, and boy, have I had that kind of moment working with people where you ask them a simple question and then they're just like, let me tell you my whole life story. Yeah. And you're just like, oh my God, I did not care, but now I'm stuck.
It's almost so before he build the team, Jon Heder finds out about...
Yes, before he builds the team, he finds out about
the haunted house.
And then they put together the team.
But also, the old man technically at no point in time says that the barn is haunted, right? The old guy's just talking about
like
this
creepy
about a creepy old barn that's like he's like, like the boards are loose, and if you step on a board, if somebody gets hurt, then then the fucking kids would sue you, and fucking kids are always trying to climb into shit because it's spoopy and whatever, and that's when he's like, so you're saying it's haunted? And the guy's like, I mean, like, maybe it's haunted. It's pretty creepy and abandoned and stuff. And he's like, so you're saying it's haunted. I wonder if there's ghosts in there. Have you ever felt any paranormal activity? So it's like, this guy's clearly only focused on that. Also, this is a good lesson if you are front-facing. Listen. Respond appropriately. Don't fucking zone out. Everybody knows if you're zoned out.
No.
Yes, they do. Yes,
that's not
we
true.
do.
No, they don't.
All right. Listen, respond appropriately.
Can you tell him zoned out right now?
Yeah, well, that's just your face. But more importantly, if you listen, you get to respond hyper appropriately, which is saying a thing to a person that only like 10% has to do with what they were talking about, but it's just weird, and then they don't know what to do, and then they fucking leave.
That's probably the most
fun.
Those people. When you're able to respond in a way that's
always that option.
That's hilarious.
There's always that option. And if you work front facing, I'm sorry. Karens are a thing, so that sucks.
Oh man, have I seen my share of Karens. Oh boy, that is a topic for a whole different kind of thing. Yeah. So we digress. So they end up going to this like creepy haunted barn, and one of my superpowers is that I can tell what movie a set was filmed in. I am awful with actors and movie quotes, but boy, if you don't show me a scene for a movie and I can be like, this was this movie.
Even normal, regular references. Sometimes I'm like, blah, 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 and then she's like, nothing. Just fucking not even here. And I'm like, from the fucking Fifth Element, from Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan, you know, from fucking Star Wars.
But we watched
all 12
something,
movies.
and it's like somebody's driveway. I'm like, oh, that's the driveway from Harry and the Hendersons, or whatever it is.
Honestly,
that is my superpower.
She's making up all of these connections.
I am not. So,
I'm okay with it.
So, fun fact about this barn, and I mean, I don't know this from like the production notes, but I know this because it is actually my X-Men superpower. They filmed this barn stuff at the same location as they did the movie Behind the Mask: The Rise of Leslie Vernon, which is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. So that was really cool for me to see it like in a different light and stuff, and it is like a very spoopy thing.
So they show up in the daytime, night sets. They go about hunting ghosts. I don't know if you ever watched one of those ghost hunting shows. If you haven't, do yourself a favor. Fucking don't. They're not good. I've seen a few.
I don't know. I used to really like Fear back in the 90s, the one that MTV did. I like that. I wanted to be a contestant on that, but they shut it down before I could send in like a tape
all those ghost shows are fucking hot shit.
I don't particularly enjoy them. Fear was the only one that I liked. And that was back like before reality TV really existed.
Yeah. Well, before it was
like I think at the time that Fear came out, there was just like Real World, Fear, probably Big Brother, and that's it. They didn't really have all kinds of reality TV.
And obviously Survivor.
Oh yeah, and Survivor.
Survivor's old as shit.
Survivor's
I think it's still on, by the way. Comment below if you watch Survivor. Anywho, so you know they have the guy on the security cameras, and they have the detecting EM fields in the fucking whatever, right? So they're doing whatever shit. Now let me tell you, by this point in time, you're at maybe middle of the second act when night sets in and like the night part of the ghost hunting stuff starts happening, right? And the whole movie, you're like, is this a good movie or is this movie shit? Primarily because these people's lives seem real fucking boring, right? I mean, it's a movie about like just like boring assholes who have a hobby about
really,
ghost hunting.
This movie is like millennial, like not so much stoner millennial, but like
nobody was a stoner or drug guy.
Scooby-Doo, but it was funny like a stoner comedy, but nobody was actually a stoner. It's just like for those of you that are millennials, like myself and like him, you know what people are like, and it's basically like millennial Scooby-Doo.
They're just fucking disaffected children.
Don't listen to
They're
them.
So boring. Oh my god, these fucking...
No, it was hilarious, though. This whole movie was so delightful to watch.
The movie is good because the end, like, honest half, but really the last third of the movie is reinforces the first 2/3 of the movie. The last third of the movie justifies the first 2/3 in such a way as to add context to a lot of this shit and to open up the characters, because really
we don't want to give away the ending,
you get
because
fucking nearly zero character development. Like until the reveal starts happening,
and we don't want to give it away because we had all kinds of ideas as to what the reveal or the catch or the twist, whatever it is, was going to be, and we did not guess this.
You don't know. I mean, you're watching when the ghost stuff first starts happening, and again, no spoilers. When the ghost stuff first starts happening, you're like, is that ghost stuff? Or are these people just idiots? Right? Because
so there's a very fine balance between creepy or idiot.
Yeah, because there's scenes where you're just like there was a scene where it's like is something moving in the background in the camera, and you're just like, I don't know, is it? I mean, plus ultra of watching it at home, pause, rewind, play it again. Yeah. But still, there's a lot of
there's a lot of little details.
Maybe it's ghosts, maybe it's not ghosts.
Yeah.
Maybe it's literally just them fucking picking on each other because like his cousin is a fucking prick. Like a lot.
Yeah.
I really wanted the cousin to make out with the security guard. You'll understand by the end of the movie. Trust me, I just like, I wanted that to be just a thing that happens at the end. Just throw it out there because it's weird. I just want it to happen. I don't know why. Whatever.
I think Justin Long as the security guard is really like the standout performance on this. I love
so
Justin Long in general, and the way that he portrays this character is fantastic. And also very clear that you could tell that he took a lot of his inspiration for playing this character from the trio of security guards from the 2003 version of Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah. Well,
which is hilarious for me as like a horror movie connoisseur because you're just like, really all the tie-ins.
All the actors really did a good job.
They did.
Being this, because they're very specific, right? Like the chick is like, you know, she's like, you know, the young hot one, but you don't really have any romance in this movie, right? She's like the young hot girl, but she's also badass, and she like knows some shit, you know? And the lady who plays the medium, honest to fucking God, 50-50 whether or not she actually is a medium.
Yeah.
End of the movie. We've seen this movie all the way through, 50-50. Right? At the very end, she hints that maybe she's not, but that doesn't mean dick, right? Because she's talking just to a cop, right?
Yeah.
So, like, you don't know. Like, it's little shit like that. Like, you just, all the characters are so the person they're supposed to be. His fucking housemate, his like, buddy who's crashing on his couch, is so fucking funny. First of all, I already love this guy as an actor.
Yeah.
And he plays just like he had a bad breakup and it's affecting him more than it should. We've all had those friends who it's like, I broke up with this girl, and you're like, oh man, are you okay? And then they start crying and you're like, we're at a bar.
And then they can't like handle their life
you don't
for like
cry at bars
for like the next 6 months, and you're like
months they like are like texting you about it or call. Well, and in this case, like he's living with him about it.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, but it's not just like, oh man, like it really sucks or like whatever. He's like in utter denial, right? And he's super insane about it, and he's so unwilling to survive. Anything. The frequency with which this motherfucker is being like, kill me, do it now. I mean, it's swear to God, like that level of just out loud yelling, like, take my life, it's not worth living.
Yeah.
At one point in time, people question, they're just like, are you trying to die? And he's like, yeah. They're like, what the fuck, man? Like, it's so insane. All the characters are like, larger than life, you know? And then you get your character development towards the end, which really makes the movie you're like, this is fun, and it's funny, but it's also, like, not boring, but just sort of like, it's very, watching boring people. Right, the movie itself isn't boring.
Sound like it's not that fun. This was genuinely a fun movie.
Second half of the movie's fun. First half of the movie, not fun.
You weren't paying attention. You were
it's not intended to be fun.
It was a genuinely fun movie to watch.
It was okay. The second half was fantastic.
It was a little horror and a little comedy, and honestly, it was like exactly what we were looking for, coming off of like Hamilton and 4th of July and being like patriotic and all the garbage that's happening in the world and everything. It was exactly what we wanted. It was a fun romp that you didn't have to think about, that doesn't have any like heavy morals or anything like that. And it had a good twist. Overall, I would give this a 4 out of 5.
Yeah. I mean, I'd probably give it a 3 out of 5. It was good. I felt like they spent a little too much time in the, like, droll portion of the movie.
No, I disagree. I think that it helped with the setting and understanding who the characters were and why they wanted so badly to be out of the situation they were in.
They weren't super, like, character-building characters, and they weren't super, like, original characters. And the idea that, like, they want out of their life could have been shortened. The way that they portrayed all of this stuff was good, but like as a generality, it was just.
I mean, you don't like these kind of characters anyway.
No. I have no tolerance
You're definitely
for like
coming into it with a bias.
Soft
here.
people characters. These characters that are just like, oh, my life sucks. I don't understand.
Yeah. So you're coming into it
whatever.
with like a bias there.
Yeah.
So
don't be
then,
fucking soft. Yeah. Don't be.
Either way,
soft.
did you watch this movie? Like, comment, share, subscribe.
Yeah.
I got them all. Woohoo! Ring the bell or something like that so that whenever we do a new video, it gets brought to your face.
You get notified.
It gets brought to your face.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, I think the bell's just for push notifications. I haven't figured that one out yet. I don't really care, to be completely honest with you, whether or not it's rang, because sometimes the videos that we like to watch on YouTube just don't get pushed to notification, even though the fucking bell is rung.
All the other YouTubers we watch, they say ring the bell, so I said to ring the bell too. Yeah. So ring that bell! And this has been another review Jive. You can watch Ghost Team on Hulu, and we'll be seeing you guys later.
Yeah. We'll see you guys later.